Welcome to Ubuntu Sports Podcast. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We have a Bomba by David Ornstein, which says that Arsenal might be interested in pursuing the signing of Vinicius Jr. Oh wow, that would be massive. I haven't heard anything from Fabrizio Romano yet, but all other platforms, including Sky Sports, Talk Sport, all of them have all come out with those rumors as well. But all of them are all getting and referring to David Ornstein releasing the rumors, of course. And of course, David Ornstein is a very reliable source because he works for The Athletic. In fact, I'd say 99% of all the rumors that he's brought out have eventually come to happen or come to, everybody's nervous about this because they're still suffering from PTSD of us losing to signings like Rodgers being hijacked by Chelsea and Mudryk being hijacked by Chelsea. But I don't know. I've got a positive feeling about this. I mean, we are the Premier League champions, and I think we have a statement that we need to make to the rest of Europe and let them know that we are here. And believe me, if we get Vinicius Jr. and there's another signing that we're working on, which is Bruno Guimaraes. If we get Vinicius Jr. and Bruno Guimaraes, and apparently we're also looking at Julian Alvarez, if we get those three players, we are taking the quadruple. You're hearing it here for the first time. Trust me. I know a lot of players, a lot of fans are still traumatized at singing the quadruple last year, and it didn't happen because, we just capitulated right at the end of the season because I just felt like it was just too many fixtures for the players. We didn't have, a lot of people were giving credit to the fact that we've got proper squad depth, but it wasn't enough to help us win the quadruple. But I believe that this coming season we could take the quadruple. Believe me, we could take if we get Vinicius Jr., Julian Alvarez, and Bruno Guimaraes, we are taking the quadruple, people. Believe me, we're taking the quadruple. But let's get back to the signings. So we are still suffering from the PTSD on losing out to Chelsea with Rodgers. I was also quite disappointed, I won't lie. I thought Rodgers would have been a good fit to our style of play, but he clearly went for the money, and not just Rodgers going for the money, but Chelsea, were willing to pay £117 million for Rodgers, which I don't think is worth that amount for a player like Rodgers. So what I appreciate about what Arsenal are doing right now, they're moving like a club that has authority over what they want and what they do, which reminds me, to be honest with you, a club like Bayern Munich. The most Bayern Munich has ever paid for a player was £80 million, which is for Harry Kane. And that's the record at Bayern Munich. And they've won, I don't know how many times they've won the Bundesliga. I don't know how many times they've won the Champions League, but they are up there with the top clubs in the world. And they have this policy where they just don't overspend for signings, which is what I can see Arteta and the Cronkies are trying to install that culture into Arsenal as well. They do not want to overpay for any players, which I appreciate as well, because we can't be getting exploited by teams like Villa and whichever else, like Newcastle. And Newcastle are very sour, first of all, towards Arsenal because they thought they could have pulled off the same thing with Eddie Howe and giving him the finances that he needed and the time as well to try get Newcastle to to a higher level where they could be competing all or every season for Champions League and as well as the Premier League, of course. But they've failed to do so. They failed to do so. One doesn't understand what is going on with Newcastle. They've lost all their best players. They've lost Isak. They've lost Tonali now to Spurs for 100, which I also think was quite insane. Like Tonali for 100 mil, I'm not sure. But Vinicius, back to Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. has got 1 year left in his contract. 1 year left. So next year, this time, Vinicius Jr. could literally walk away from Real Madrid on a free, which Madrid do not want at all, because Madrid are known to be the masters of that, where they get players to walk away from their clubs without having to buy them and without them signing new contracts. Vinicius Jr. could actually walk away on a free if Madrid don't sell him this season. And I think it's in their best interest to sell him. One of the biggest reasons why I think it's in their best interest to sell Vinicius Jr. is because Vinicius Jr. has gone through a lot of racial abuse. And that racial abuse that he went through in this past season was against Benfica. And Mourinho was the manager for Benfica, who's now the manager for Real Madrid. I don't think that Mourinho and Vinicius Jr. see eye to eye. I feel that there's something there, because Mourinho didn't have anything positive to say about Vinicius Jr. after that incident. In fact, he backed up his player and said that, look, Vinicius Jr. is known to be an instigator in these situations. Why does he always find himself in these situations if he's so innocent? Oh, man. And I don't think that landed well on a player like Vinicius Jr. So Vinicius Jr. has been hesitating. I'm pretty sure Real Madrid have been asking him over and over and over to renew his contract, but he's clearly refused to do so because he doesn't have a contract just as yet. Now, a big challenge for Arsenal taking on a player like Vinicius Jr. is his wages. His wages are out of this world. Like, we're talking about £400,000 a week, which is quite ridiculous if you ask me. Like, I don't even know how players are earning that amount. But a lot of Arsenal fans are a bit paranoid about that, because they feel that it could create a bit of instability in the change room with the rest of the other players like Saka and whoever else is earning like a good 300,000 or 280 or 250, and feel that they deserve to earn a bit more than that because of we've got a player in the team that's earning like almost double what they're earning. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how guys like Berta and Mikel Arteta are going to manage that. But I tell you what, this could go, if Arsenal get Vinicius Jr., this could go down as, man, one of the biggest signings in the past decade in the Premier League, to be done by a Premier League club. You know, like Chelsea will overpay. We know that they've broken Premier League records in terms of the amount of money that they've spent on players, but that's the problem with a club like Chelsea. They'll spend crazy amounts of money, but not necessarily buying a superstar that is actually worth that amount of money, only because they are trying to be like, hey, we want that player and we will pay however much the other club wants for that player just so that we can get him. So Chelsea are quite ridiculous in pulling such moves. But I do feel that if Arsenal can get Vinicius Jr. and Julian Alvarez and Bruno Guimaraes, oh man, I think we'd have the best window ever. And last season's window was amazing as well. Getting guys like Eze, getting guys like Victor Gyökeres, getting guys like Zubimendi. I mean, man, that was a brilliant window. Calafiori also has been a brilliant signing. We just need a bit more consistency. A lot of our players sometimes get injured quite a bit, but we fired the guy who's in charge of our medical staff. I don't know what his name is, but we just recently fired him, and it seems like we got a new guy who's come on board, and I'm hoping that our players can recover faster from injuries and rehab, and actually we can also manage them better in avoiding injuries and big injuries from taking place. So I'm quite excited for Arsenal this coming season, and we've got our second our away kit, which is our second kit, yes, has been launched as well, which looks pretty awesome. I'm definitely going to grab myself one of these, that's for sure. I'm very excited for what's going to happen for Arsenal this season, but patience, people. We need to be very patient because a lot of us are still suffering from what's just happened recently with Rodgers being snatched away from us by Chelsea. I don't know. It's almost like I don't know how Arsenal does things. If we do this deliberately, perhaps because my thing is, why do our major signings, our main targets, how do the rumors of us wanting to sign them even come out in the first place? Because when that happens, all it does is that players teams like Chelsea or whoever else out there that's trying to match up to our standard or our level, we'll just go run and grab that player before we do, because it's like, oh, okay, they want that player. There must be something interesting and brilliant about that guy if Arsenal want him. So let's go grab him quickly before they do and hijack him. And man, that's what we've witnessed in Arsenal over the last, I guess, 6 seasons, but I do believe that we can get Vinicius Jr. And man, if we get Vinicius Jr. with Gyökeres and Havertz and Saka, and oh my gosh, like we are going to destroy everything in our path. We will dominate Europe. We will dominate the English Premier League. We will dominate all competitions. And I'm here for it, and I'm ready for it. So, man, let's hear a here we go very soon from guys like Fabrizio telling us that here we go, Vinicius Jr. over to Arsenal. And a David Ornstein Bomba, telling us that Vinicius Jr. is signing. We just what the next step we'll probably hear from here onwards is personal terms have been agreed by the club and the player, and the next we know it's club to club, and we'll see how if Real Madrid are willing. But Real Madrid are very a club that's full of pride because of how big they are. Florentino Perez, which is the president of Real Madrid, is under a bit of pressure as well, because Real Madrid went through the past season trophyless. And I'm not quite sure if it was the previous season as well, but they are desperate for trophies and to win right now. And they will do anything to try and get back to the Real Madrid that the world knows. So I am looking forward to seeing all the drama that's going to be taking place with all the transfers for all these big clubs for this coming up season, of course, the 2026 to 2027 season. There will be drama, but I'm here for all of it, and I know that Arsenal are going to be the club that everybody wants to beat and match up against.